These are two of the hottest chefs in the history of the universe. They're acclaimed chefs. They're judges on MasterChef. George Columbaris, Gary Megan. Hello.
Hello. I love intros like that.
Yeah, I know.
Makes me feel all warm
the
and
first
fuzzy.
thing that went to my brain is Miguel. How's he going to feel about that?
Well, you know, Miguel and I, he doesn't understand much English, so I can get away with speaking like this on this show.
Indeed.
Wow, que sorpresa.
Although
Exactly.
I was watching last week when you did the masterclass and you were cooking, Gary.
I did a duck fur,
Yeah,
I think.
but
Pho, people call it, but it's actually fur.
But it's good to see you guys when you actually cook, because you forget about that when you're barking orders going, you're out of time, come on, do this. Then you actually see you chop up that duck.
Yeah.
How good's that? You know, the knife.
Yeah. People actually forget I've been cooking for 30 years and you've been cooking for 20 years. It's funny. And they do, at the end of every series, they normally in Masterclass get us to either compete against each other or Shannon or the contestants. And finally, the contestants realise that we're actually really good at what we do. They go, all those things that we struggled with, and they tell us they can actually do. And
He's not just the giant timekeeper.
Yeah.
Exactly. With the big clock.
Yeah.
You know, you have 2 minutes to go. Did I say clock? I'm sure I did.
Enough about Matt Preston.
Hey,
Yes.
Can I ask you this? I know on last night's show, many of the mystery box ingredients, well, they came from audience suggestions. What are some of the stranger things the audience have suggested? Do you get to see like marmalade, jam, and
Yeah,
a
they do.
stick
Yeah,
of- a
absolutely.
must
And
stick?
we love it.
Yeah.
Like Vegemite, peanut butter, and people go, oh, what am I going to do with Vegemite? Well, there's so much you can do because it's packed full, obviously full of good vitamins, but you know it's got this umaminess that you can use when you braise things,
Which
you
is
know.
an
We're not
meatiness,
talking, we're not talking big lots of tablespoons of it. We're talking a little bit of it that's going to add a depth of flavour.
But you can make booze out of it in prison. You can make booze.
You can make booze out of
Wow.
anything.
Yeah.
Let's be
Only in
honest.
prison. Only in prison. Oh, there you go.
We've actually we've always hinted at the MasterChef contestants because they live in a house, and we always want to know who's distilling
Who's
this
making-
year, who's taking vegetable trimmings,
Who's making
you know.
the hooch?
Yeah, exactly. But you know, people at home always want us to do stuff. You know, can we use native ingredients? Can we do gluten free? Can we use quinoa? Can we do this? And we do try, in all honesty, to cover every kind of facet gamut of what's going on out there.
Well, what about tonight's show? The contestants have to use moss.
As an inspiration.
As an inspiration.
An inspiration.
That's
well,
Reynolds,
actually
isn't it?
saying that though, I remember Heston, he does a dish where he has a little platform almost, like a little box with moss on the top. Remember that dish?
Yeah.
It sets the scene because underneath he puts, not liquid nitrogen, dry ice.
Right.
And they pour a liquid on and it smells like pine and forest and truffles. And then of course you eat a dish that's associated with that.
With,
and it is
mushrooms on toast.
amazing.
If you're a good cook or a good chef, can you cook anything? Like being able to do the fancy stuff. Does that mean you're also good at making a pie and making a
hope
toasted
so.
sandwich?
You know what? We've all got different skills. I mean, you said it the other day. I mean,
Yeah.
just because the world of food is so big, and obviously, if you're a specialist in Szechuan cuisine, we ain't gonna get anywhere close to what they're doing. But we've all got our different skill sets.
Yeah.
I mean, we still struggle with odd things. Like, for example, when they temper chocolate on the show, I don't temper chocolate every day of the week. So sometimes it takes me a couple of goes to get it bang on, and I get frustrated when I can't do it. I go, I should be able to do this. Why can't I do it?
Even better.
You know.
We were in California this year shooting the show, and we're on our way to Napa Valley, I think.
Yeah.
And we stopped off at this oyster shack.
Oh yeah.
And we bought like
Hog Island.
Hog
Hog
Island.
Island
Bought a
oyster
couple of
fun.
dozen oysters. Had a shucker, a
Which
bottle
wasn't
of
a guy
wine.
called Bob, by the way.
Shucker.
It's an implement that we use to open oysters.
A big bottle of wine, and the three of us sitting there, beautiful day, and we're like Gary
Shucking
went
oysters.
first, and Gary was pretty good at them. Matt jumped on, and we were finding our show. Then I jumped on. And I'm getting frustrated by these.
Couldn't shuck the oysters.
Shucking them with speed because that's your brain.
Sure, and you can do damage to yourself if you miss.
Yeah, especially when you've had a bottle of wine.
So I went back home and
you
went into
practiced,
the
did
restaurant
you?
and just went, move over. I'm doing a couple of dozen just to
look at you. Took the challenge.
It was frustrating. It was
Yeah,
very
that was.
frustrating.
Ooh.
You should have come here because there's plenty of shuckers around.
Oh, I
this.
know.
We're
I
full
know.
of
Well,
shuckers.
we were three shuckers. I'm not very good at it too.
Masterchef is 7:30 tonight. It's great to see you guys, George, Gary. Thank you for coming in.
Pleasure, and we're glad that people are watching and enjoying this series.
We're all loving it.
Yeah.
We're back on the bandwagon.
Do you know
Good
we
stuff.
love doing that little promo to you? We love
hi,
that.
Amanda.
It'd be fun if we could play up with it, wouldn't it?
I know. Can we?
I'd love to.
Done.
Done.
Good. I don't know what you're talking about, some in TV thing, but great. Thank you for coming in, guys.